From Forex Traders Daily, this is your daily analysis with Ross Mullins, live from Richmond, Virginia.
Hello everyone, this is today's video analysis for December 13th, 2017. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the USDJPY, the US dollar versus the Japanese yen for today's trade analysis. Now, needless to say, hopefully, we have an enormous day for the US dollar today, expected on the news calendar. We start off at 8:30 a.m. Eastern U.S. time with CPI data out of the U.S. We have scheduled speaking today, President Trump. We have FOMC economic projections, FOMC statement, federal funds rate, the interest rate, potential change, press conference. There's just an enormous day expected for the U.S. dollar today. So I would expect and suggest that you are using appropriate risk strategies to limit the impact to your trading account if the market doesn't do what you expect it to do. That's the name of the game. That's how you're going to promote sustainable trading, is using appropriate risk strategies in all trade setups, but especially on days like today. Let's go ahead and take a look at this dollar yen and see what we might expect no matter which way the market goes on the news. Well, first off, let's zoom out a little bit here. And something we've been studying in the live trade room is this long-term range for 2017. The blue box that you see here on the chart is basically encompassing everything that's happened this year. You can see the trends, the black trend lines, top to bottom, blue trend line, bottom to top. The red trend line started moving lower, but the market changed its mind and started moving back higher again. A little bit different than it's been doing all year long. Now let's zoom in on that red trend line again. We push through that, back above the 100 period moving average, and it's been moving up ever since. The question is this anticipation of the raise of interest rates today? If so, that could be priced in. We may not see any significant movement. If it's not anticipation of that and the market views everything as positive today, we could see a significant rally higher. Otherwise, if it's negative, if for whatever reason they surprise us and don't change interest rates, we would likely see this go much lower, probably breaking through many support levels on the way back down, possibly even over time back down to the bottom of the range. So we're going to continue to watch for setups here that tell us which direction this is going to go. Let's go ahead and zoom it in. I want to focus in on, well, let me zoom out one more time. Focus in on this orange shaded area, 113.30, 113.10. You look back in time, and we know with fact, this is anything I can make up, that this orange shaded area is where the market has found support, resistance, and made trading decisions. The black circle, left-hand side of the chart and around the orange zone, is where buyers exited and sellers entered. It happened multiple times. We call that resistance, but that's what happened there. Buyers exited, sellers entered. Then, over time, the market got back above the orange zone, and for quite a long period of time, it became support, where sellers exited and buyers entered. So we could see that happening where the blue circle is, and it got back underneath it, made its way down to 111, came right back up, and here we are once again at a consistent trading decision area. That's what these colored shaded areas represent, consistent trading areas. And we can see that the market is consistently making a trading decision at this orange zone, 113.30, 113.10. So for the day today, as long as it stays above this orange zone, and if the sentiment after U.S. data, U.S. news is positive for the U.S. dollar, we'll likely see this go higher, pushing potentially back to the green zone, our ultimate resistance high that we see over here on the left-hand side, 114.2550. That becomes a decent target on the way up if the market perceives it positive for the U.S. dollar. Maybe even a breakout above there continues the previous uptrend that we've been in for the U.S. yen. Otherwise, negative sentiment after any news, we look for it to break under the orange zone. So really that orange shaded area is really our key area to watch. A bounce off of it goes up, a break through it goes lower. Let's take it down to the 4-hour time frame. So there again is that same orange and yellow shaded area. You can see what's been happening. In fact, earlier this week, we did take a buy at the orange zone, 113.30, had profit all the way back to 13.70. So a decent amount of profit within this area of congestion, or ranging from the orange zone to the yellow zone. Now we're out of that position because it came back down, took our stop loss, a break even out, and now we're waiting for the next opportunity here. So the setup is either we see positive motivation from the news today, bouncing off 13.30 through the resistance, which is the yellow zone, targets the green zone or higher, maybe even towards 115. If it's negative, again, we look for the break of the orange zone. The breakout underneath, negative sentiment, back to the purple zone at minimum, if not much deeper than that. But minimum, we would expect the market to take its way back down to the purple zone or lower if it's negative sentiment after news. So keep an eye on this orange zone. Breakout underneath it, I'm typically looking for an open and close under the orange zone. Bounce off of it. Of course, it could just be an immediate bounce off of it. It doesn't even have to give us any clue to it at this point with all the news that we have coming up today. So we're either going to bounce off it, break through the yellow zone, and continue that upside pressure on positive sentiment, or break through the orange zone and we look for it to go lower. Wait for the market to tell you what it's going to do. Don't assume and don't speculate. Wait for the market to tell you which direction it's going to go. Using appropriate risk strategies, we should survive it and come back on the other side of it, hopefully with some profit for the US yen.
From Forex Traders Daily, this has been your daily analysis with Ross Mullins. If you would like to get Ross's analysis on all the currency pairs he's watching and all the trades he takes today, join him in his live trade room by clicking on the link below. Please leave any comments you have about today's video in the comments section below.